brilliant speed with vibrant service. Vibrant broadband internet.
I got you on early.
We're on early.
Yeah.
I was kind of singing there.
5,
You cut
4,
me off.
3, 2, 1. There.
Here
now
we
it's
are.
10:30.
10:30, and guess what time it is?
10:30.
Vibrant You.
Oh.
Vibrant You Live time.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Jeff. My name is Shane,
I'm Jane.
and we have a couple guests here today. But before we introduce our guests, October is many things. But did you know that October is Cooperative Month?
I did.
Really?
I
Yeah.
did.
Someone's told you that.
No, I interviewed in October, and so you know how you always try to find something about the company that you're interviewing with, and so they're like, "So what do you know about Meeker Energy?" And I go, "Well, I know it's co-op month. Are you guys doing anything special?" They look at me and go, "No."
Oh, gee.
Well, and it's not just for like energy cooperatives, but also like our food co-op next door here. You know, it's for them. Central County's Cooperative, you know, better known as Cenex. Yeah. And of course, Meeker Energy. But this week is Heat Pump Awareness Week.
Heat Pump Awareness Week.
Yes,
Dun-dun-dun.
heat pump, and
You
so
have to be aware you have one.
well, right, and something that maybe people don't realize is that your refrigerator has a heat pump.
It has a heat pump. I
Yep.
know that.
See,
I
and I did-
actually did know that.
I
Yeah.
did not know. I learned that today.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we have a couple guests today. We have Jase and Mark from Meeker Energy. They're both energy service technicians, and they're going to talk about what they do at Meeker Energy, and they're also going to explain what an air source heat pump is and how it can save energy. So welcome on the show, boys.
Hello, how's it going?
Good, good. And how are you?
Pretty good.
All right.
All right. So, tell me what you guys do in a day. What are your jobs?
Well, I'll start out. I'm Mark Dolman. I'm in the Energy Services Department. I'm a master electrician, and I've been with Meeker Energy for a little over 3 years. We both mostly deal with metering and load management programs.
All right, swing in there a little closer.
Right.
There you go.
So, I'm Jase Wituski. I'm also an energy services.
What's that last name again?
Wituski.
Spell that.
Witucki.
All right.
Watuski. That'd be a
Watuski.
great. That'd be a great.
That's an Iron Ranger name, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm also a master electrician. I've been here for just over a year in the Energy Services Department, and like Mark, we deal with metering and load management equipment, and I do a lot of navigating and making sure we're staying on track.
That's good.
Are you gonna do a shout out to the wife?
Yeah, so if my wife is listening, Marit Wituski, I told her that I'd be on the radio. And she's very excited. My daughter was even more excited. So
There you go.
Marit and Elby, there you go.
All right, Mark. You better do
Being
your
recorded,
thing too.
so yeah. This could be used against you.
Okay. So, Mark, why don't you explain to us what an air source heat pump is?
Well, an air source heat pump is a system that provides both heating and cooling by transferring heat, not generating it, making it highly energy efficient. It replaces supplemental traditional HVAC systems and can be installed in ductless or ducted configurations. The air source heat pumps run on electricity and produce no on-site carbon emissions.
So no venting?
No venting, no fossil fuels being burnt or anything like that. Correct, yes.
So it kind of looks like a central air conditioner, if it's the central air or central one, the big kind of unit on the outside of your home.
Exactly.
And then inside, it's kind of can be built into a wall, or it looks like a long. You kind of see these in hotel rooms sometimes,
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
Right, and those would be more commonly referred to as like a mini split.
A mini
People
split,
would call
okay.
them a mini split. That's a ductless air source heat
They look
pump.
kind of like a baseboard, sort of. Only they're usually up in the
Yeah.
in the wall.
Usually up by the ceiling.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, how does it work?
Yeah. It's magic,
Yeah.
isn't
So
it?
how do they work?
Exactly, magic. Basically, air goes in, magic happens, and then bam, you get heat. Air source heat pumps pull
Technical.
heat. They pull heat from outside air. Then they use refrigeration and a compressor, even in the cold weather, to then turn that into heat. In the summer, the process reverses. So instead of pulling in air, it removes heat from the home, and then it releases it outside.
Okay.
The system uses a thermostat and some sensors to adjust output based on the indoor and outdoor conditions, maintaining the consistent comfort.
And so can these be used in Minnesota? I mean, in the winter times and stuff?
Yes. Yep. Cold climate air source heat pumps are designed to operate efficiently in sub-freezing temperatures, even down to -15. I know we've seen some that go down even -30. It all kind of depends on the unit,
Wow.
obviously. The colder it gets, the less efficient they are.
Of
So,
course, it'll work in Minnesota. Half of its name is Mini.
right.
There you go.
Yeah, and a lot of Minnesota homes actually are already using them. We have a bunch on our system, and you know, with backups to the extreme cold snaps, because like I said, if it gets too cold, they aren't super efficient. So then it would kick to a gas.
So why would anybody want to put in a air source heat pump?
I'll let Mark take that one.
Well, it reduces their carbon footprint for one.
Okay.
And there's a lot of money to be saved with them because they are a much more efficient heating system because they're not actually, once again, burning that fossil fuels and stuff like that. And they provide a pretty much a year-round solution for heating.
Okay.
So do they kind of supplement? They're not the only heat source, correct?
Most of the time they are supplemented. There are some of the mini splits and stuff, you know, especially in garages and shops, and there are instances where that's used, but more often than not they're supplemented, because one thing that's noticeable on them is they're a little bit slower heat, or it's just a little lower temperature than what you're used to if you are actually using combustion.
Yeah.
And burning a fuel. So at the register, you might not notice quite as warm of a temperature, so it just takes a little longer to heat.
And so if somebody's looking to like replace an air conditioner or something like that, would you recommend an air source heat pump instead?
Absolutely, because once again, it goes to a device that you can use for both heating and cooling now. So you're, instead of just running it for, you know, a few months in the summer, you can use this thing year round, and your savings are really going to be capitalized in the winter or in the heating months.
Sure.
So do you have to be a member to get an air source heat pump?
Nope. Although if you are a member, we offer rebates on them as long as you put them on load management, half price electric rate on those as well when they're on the load management programs and stuff.
Well, speaking of load management programs, explain what load management is to the people and how it helps our members.
Yeah, so load management, it's a voluntary program. We like to make that clear. You know, it's not something we require unless you're buying like a heat pump and you get a rebate, or a water heater. We give rebates for those.
Okay, so if you do take advantage of our rebates, then we expect you to be on the load management program.
Correct.
Which saves you, you know.
Right. Yep.
Costs,
like Mark
right?
had said, it's, you know, half price electricity. I think our rates right now are 12.3 cents per kilowatt hour in the summer, or that's flat
The
rate.
standard rate, okay.
Rate. In the summer, it's 6.2 cents per kilowatt hour, and then in the winter, it's 5.7 cents per kilowatt hour on the load management rates. So you do save quite a bit of money. You know, it's like Mark said, about half price. But to get those rebates, or to get, you know, like a water heater from us, you have to be a member. You have to be on load management, and we require that for 5 years. If you come off within 5 years, there's an energy management agreement we make you sign. That.
Sure.
So if you come off within 5 years, they'll prorate that rebate, and they'll owe part of that rebate back if they decide load management's not working for them.
And so load management, what that means is that at certain times, the cooperative can cut off the electricity going to that unit, whether it's the hot water heater or the air source heat pump, or like we've got pumps and stuff on there as well, and different things.
Right.
There's different programs for different devices. And so how often does that happen? Like, and does that depend on weather or whatever?
Right. So we always say it happens at least once a month.
Okay.
Because we have to control at least once a month for energy providers. So we have 2 energy providers. It's very dependent on weather, but that's not the only factor, because sometimes it'll be beautiful here and we still have to control. We're controlling for Great River Energy and East River Electric, out of South Dakota. So
I noticed that when I go into their office, they've got a big, huge, I think it's 75-inch TV screen, right? And they're always watching weather, especially in the summer months or when there's like a heat advisory coming, and they'll watch it in the Dakotas, what is happening there, and they'll kind of time it how fast it comes across like Minnesota or whatever. And sometimes I know that they'll manage energy or load.
You guys don't have
earlier than we.
You guys don't have cable back there, do you?
we got
I tried
live
to catch them
TV.
watching TV, but they just
Playing
aren't.
video games.
For a while there, it was the Rifleman in the morning.
Oh, sure. Chuck Connor, you just can't beat that.
That's right.
What's typically when we control, what do we typically remove first, or control first, I should say?
I would say water heaters is the first one. Water heaters, they're nice to control because we can turn them off for 4 or 5 hours, and most people will never even realize they're off because that hot water stores in that tank, and that tank is designed and insulated so well that you won't even notice. Unless you're using a lot of hot water, if you're running multiple baths within that time.
Sure.
And if you're a farmer, what usually goes first?
Irrigators.
Irrigators,
Yeah, we'll pull irrigation. We try to limit it, but a lot of times irrigation just goes hand in hand with everything else that we control. So.
And how do we communicate to our members that we are controlling?
Right. So we just transitioned to a new system that's through our messenger, but they sign up. We can't sign the members up. The members have to sign themselves up for load control.
Online or something?
Online, yep. On our website, you can sign up for load control notifications. And like I said, we can't sign them up. We'll help walk through it with them, but they go on our website, they type in their information, their email, and then anytime that we control, they will get an email saying what's being controlled and how long it will be controlled for.
Okay.
Now, is that like a firm? So what if I was having company and I needed to get hot water? Is that a firm, hardcore yes?
No, we always say if you have company, if it's a holiday, whatever, you're going to have a lot of people, give us a call. We can opt out that LCR radio receiver, so that way they won't get the signal to control.
Okay.
Okay.
Has anybody called and like, I am so done with this program, shut me off? Yes?
Yes.
and why? Like, why would they do that?
Some people, it just doesn't work for them. A lot of times we see it with air conditioners. The air conditioner may not have been sized appropriately for the home, or maybe the home is older and it's not as well insulated. So in the summer, it gets really hot. And if we're doing our control, even though it's a cycling, 50% of our control time, your AC will run. But a lot of times, homes that the AC is sized just right for the house, well, then we're controlling, so they're getting half of their runtime. That AC can't keep up and keep their house cool. So you get people that call in and be like, I can't do it, it's too hot, I need the air for allergies, for,
for something. So if I were replacing my air conditioning system and I decided to go this route, what's the difference in pricing up front? They're looking at each other. I don't know who to answer. I don't know.
You got to add it up.
I didn't mean to stop
There's an
you.
arithmetic problem. Yeah, I don't blame them.
I don't know exact numbers on
Sure.
the units themselves.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not going to quote numbers, but I mean it is higher, but it is a little bit of a different animal in the sense of the one is seasonal only, and the other one can be used throughout the year.
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So there are higher costs associated with a heat pump.
Does it take a while to get your investment back, or is it pretty much immediate?
You start seeing it right away, depending on the installation costs and everything. Whether that RTI is 1 year or 3 years. It's really, I think, case by case scenarios and stuff. But they do instantly start paying themselves back. They can be, if the temperatures and stuff are ideal, they can be up to 450% efficient, as where electric heat is always 100%, and any combustion will lose some. Although I don't want to knock them in any sense, because many of them are high 90s for efficiencies nowadays as well.
And then you could take advantage, of course, on the load management programs and save on your electricity bill on top of that.
I know that.
Perfect.
I know that like people that at work have these and they just absolutely love them and they see a huge difference
Yeah.
in their bill. So it's a great idea. So if you go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, air source heat pumps, they're an investment, which is why most people buy them when they're replacing an existing unit
Right.
or building maybe a new system altogether. So it'd be a great way to go there. So thank you guys for being on the show. All
Yeah,
right.
no problem.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions about air source heat pumps, give us a call at 693-3231 or learn more about us for Vibrant at vibrantbroadband.com.
Easy
and
for
then
you to say.
I know. And then catch the replay on Facebook or YouTube channel by searching vibrantbroadband.com and listen live every Wednesday at 10:30 on KLFD.
All right. Thank you, Jeff, for having us. Thank you guys for being on the show today.
No problem.
Mark Dahlman and Jase Watuski. And my name is Shane.
And I'm Jane.
Tune in next week for another Vibrant You Live.
Brilliant speed with vibrant service. Vibrant broadband internet. Vibrant broadband internet.